Hi everybody. I had some requests for a little bit more guidance on drawing the dice, so I wanted to walk through that for you all. So I'm going to go into Onshape and create a new drawing, a new document. So I'm going to click on Sketch, and then I'm going to select my top view and switch to my top view. And now I'm going to use my rectangle tool. And I'm going to make a rectangle that's 1 inch by 1 inch, effectively a square. I'm now going to extrude that 1 inch, and this gives us the basis for our dice. I'm now going to create a new sketch on one of my surfaces. I'm going to press N on my keyboard for normal, so I switch to that normal view. So we use a lot of inferences and constraints when we start drawing objects like this. So I'm going to click on my circle tool, and I'm going to come hover on this left-hand edge, and then I'm going to go hover on my top edge, and I'm going to go down into the middle. Notice that gives me 2 dashed lines, which is inferring and constraining my drawing to the center of those 2 lines, which makes this the center point of my square. I'm going to draw my circle. I'm going to make that 1/6 inch, and I'm going to finish my sketch. So that creates my one side. Now I need to extrude. I'm going to do a solid, remove extrude. The face is going to be this circle. It's going to be a blind extrude. My depth is going to be 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Now I'm going to turn around to the back side of my cube. I'm going to start on my 6 side. Now, the 6 side's a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to draw a line. This is going to be a construction line. I'm going to go from one corner to the center diagonally, and then I'm going to continue on. I'm going to do that again in the other direction to the center, and then from the center to the other edge. Now, the way we did this, each one of these is an individual line segment, which allows me to draw a circle at the midpoint here. We're going to set that to 3/16. We're going to draw this one, and this one, and this. All right. Now, we need to draw a construction line from here to here, and from here to here. So we're connecting midpoints. And now, this line also has a midpoint. Okay. Notice that that drew as a construction line, so I can actually click on my construction line tool with that circle selected and change it back to a solid circle. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now the trick here is that all of these circles have different diameters. So we want to use our equal constraint. We want to click on our first circle that has the correct dimension, and then click on another circle. We're going to keep doing that all the way around. Okay. The reason this is coming up red is because this sketch was given a dimension. So if I delete this dimension, here's that error. And again, I need to set this last circle. Okay, and because all of these other lines are construction lines, we don't have to delete them or erase them. And now we can extrude this, 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 and this. Okay, again, it's going to be a remove extrude. Our depth is going to be 1/8 of an inch. That gives us that side. Okay. Then we just keep going like that. So sketch, top view, and for normal, construction line. Hovering on my inferences, finding the middle, finding another edge. Okay. Circle tool. Three sixteenths. 3/16. Okay. I'm going to finish that sketch. Extrude this and this. Remove 1/8 of an inch. Turn around to the back side. Sketch. Normal. Midpoint. Other midpoint. Center. Other edge. Grab that line tool again. Here. To here. And here. To here. Now I can use my circle tool. Draw a circle here. 3/16. Another circle here. Another circle here. And so on. Once I have those all drawn, I'll use my equal constraint. And finish that up. Okay. It's also important to understand that I'm doing all of these sketches, I'm doing one sketch per side. So each one of these holes is part of the same sketch. So now I'm going to do my my 3 side to the middle and on to the middle. Now I'm going to switch to my circle tool. 3/16. 3/16. 3/16. Okay, finish that sketch. Extrude, 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 remove 1/8. A lot of repetitive steps. Line tool, construction line, hover on a midpoint, other midpoint, diagonal to the center, diagonal to the center. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit differently, and you'll see how. I'm going to use my circle tool, put a circle here, 3/16. Another one here, that's 3/16. And I'm going to, if I follow this dot here, I can go over to the left, and I can go up to the top, and I can draw one here, and I can do the same thing over here. So this makes it so I don't have to draw quite as much in terms of construction lines. So 3/16. Okay. This one obviously needs to be equally constrained to my other circles. Alright, I'm going to do this. So I can set this one equal as well. Now, I just want to confirm this. So I'm going to horizontally constrain this center point to this center point. And I'm going to vertically constrain this center point to this center point. And that puts those two horizontally and vertically constrained to each other. Right? So this is how we finish all of the extruding of our dice. Again, remove 1/8. Now, normal die is not this smooth or with sharp 90-degree corners. So I'm now going to highlight the entire cube. Okay, I'm going to come up here and click on my fillet tool. And I'm going to give this a nice little radius. So 0.05 is probably fine. And if you get closer, you can see what we're doing there. Okay, we're going to press the check mark. And that makes that a nice happy little die. Okay. Notice the 6 side, those fillets are intersecting. So if we go back to fillet 1 and we change this to 0.04, okay, or 0.03, a little bit smaller, and just cleans that up so it's actually its own separate piece. Okay, and that's how we draw a 6-sided die. Thanks for listening.